So, big news today too. I have been following this very, very closely. I worked on it several times. So
we talked about it on Friday, and Erica was devastated.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Talked about it on Friday, Facebook Live. You guys know what's coming. Erica was devastated when Selena and The Weeknd broke up, and she was hanging out with Justin Bieber, and everyone was like, they're going to get back together. Right. And Erica said something like she's going to die, cry, throw herself off a bridge if that happens.
And there's a bunch of photos with them together. There you go. That's Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez hanging out, riding bikes. There's even photos of her with her head on his shoulder. I can tell you, listen, I'm going to react instead of give you more information real quick, because I will tell you, I worked on stories when they were together the first time. And when she went to rehab, and some people said it was for addiction issues, I was told specifically, and I know it sounds crazy, but I was told specifically, yes, that there was an issue with extracting her from his life. He's such a powerful force. They were in love, young, and together so long.
And he was in his more wild and crazy days.
Well, yeah, I mean, because he admittedly partied and did drugs and did all that stuff. So yeah, this was like getting her away from that world and getting her kind of on the right path. So I can just imagine what's going through the heads of some of her family. And now look, I reacted, now I'll go back to the facts. Justin Bieber stopped his tour, and every time we see him now, it's going to church. Justin Bieber is at the Hillsong Church. Well, he's there. I mean, unless there's really terrible things going on in there.
I don't think there's anything terrible going on. It's just a trendy church always leaves you asking a few questions.
100%, and I would say that...
Why so trendy?
Yes, I would agree.
But you know what? Good for him.
And I would say, too, a lot of people give Scientology a lot of crap around here, and for many, many reasons. And now with this docuseries that's going on, it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. But I will say that, and I was involved in a lot of this before also, that some of the programs, if you're an addict or if you have other issues, can be helpful in your life if you can control church versus work versus relationships. So, like, the reason I'm going into it long here is because I think it's good Justin Bieber is not partying and he's going to church.
He's a different Bieber this time.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, I hope that this is a different relationship between them two. They've put out through some people in the last couple days. They're not, like, fully back together.
Right.
I don't know.
They're
photos show
a
friendship that looks a little closer than before.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of church and doing things well, and if it was unclear, we don't think that Hillsong is Scientology. I don't think there's aliens. So just to be clear before, so that people don't get mad at us. I don't know there's not aliens, but I don't think there's aliens.
No, we should say that. You're right. If you took that way, anyone that's watching, my point was, there is people that involved in Scientology who it wraps around a lot of their life. They go constantly. It's every day. They have church every day. Bieber's there almost every day.
Yeah.
So it seems similar in that sense.
But Selena's definitely, working on herself. I am all for everyone who does things for your mental health. She was out with this book, What on Earth Am I Here For? By Rick Warren. I didn't know who Rick Warren was.
Yes. Rick Warren is a very, very famous pastor in Orange County, California. Has a huge church, Saddleback, and a very, New York Times top writer who the Purpose-Driven Life and this book, I mean, these are books that were on the, New
York Times bestseller
list. Yeah. So, but Christian, and has been challenged, Rick Warren, over the years for some of his thoughts on homosexuality and, obvious things within the Christian church, So yeah, there's been a lot of discussions with him on that sort of topic. And I've actually been around him and gone to that church. I live right near there. And what's interesting is that, you're right, on one hand, yes, she had the kidney surgery, Bieber's had some addiction issues. Them going to church, whether it's with Rick Warren or Hillsong or anywhere, is a good thing if you're helping yourself or your life. On the other hand, I think what's going to happen here is you see someone getting into a certain type of religion or reading a book like that one, and you're then going to start being questioned about some of those things.
Right.
Because look, either way, it doesn't matter if you associate with certain religions or in this case, Hillsong, something that's a trendy church here in Hollywood. People are going to judge whatever they're going to judge. The Christian Rick Warren association. Look, she may just be reading the book because it's
She might not be
interesting
reading
book.
it at all. She might have just like picked
Yeah,
it up on the
going
way
like
out
this.
of coffee. It's like, read this. And
Yeah.
she walked out, fanning herself with
Yeah,
it. And
it's
we're
hot.
like,
It's hot out here.
Selena, turn to God. We're just like guessing here with all that. I think the most interesting part of all of this is that she reads books with pages.
Oh,
I
you
haven't,
all
I
know
haven't
what
picked
I
up
do.
an actual book. You do audiobooks. I do
Yeah.
audiobooks.
Yeah.
But when I don't do audiobooks, it's always on my phone or my Kindle or
Dude,
my iPad.
I
Like,
am a huge
Selena,
defender of
saving the
Audible.
book industry.
Anytime you're in the car, educate yourself with something. I like the radio and listen to music. What I do on the weekends, I listen to music. On the weekdays, when I drive to work and I listen to books. I would be interested in reading some of Rick Warren's books. I've read part of the first one, but again, I think Selena, currently in her life, Justin Bieber's back in the fold. I think she's always been religious, but is reading. I want to see where this goes.
I'm fascinated that she's like actually turning pages.
Oh,
Not that
yeah,
Selena
that's
doesn't
true.
read, but that young
Audible
kids
is
these
better.
days are actually like, look, these are words on pages and not like on a screen.